So one of the things that I've discovered while trying to swap the seats over, they changed up the floor pan styling from the 91 to the 92. The 91 is not quite as, curved like that. So I had to go track down new manual seats, or the seat tracks. So fortunately, they use the same throughout the 92 through 2001. So these particular seat tracks came out of a 96. So I was able to bolt those onto the 91 seats and got that all installed. Now, one of the unfortunate things that I have discovered as I was going through, I found you can see how there's a little bit of rust down here in the center console. And, I was kind of looking up at the headliner trying to figure out where in the world it's coming from. And I've got a little bit of rust. Yay. And then, possibly some more, looking at how lumpy this is going across here. And, it kind of looks like somebody may have tried to seal that over at some point. So that, there's two ways to go about fixing that. First method would be to, just try to, patch the rust and then, put some sealant over and call it good. Hope it doesn't really rust or, doesn't leak again, which, yay, but really the ideal way to do this would be to go ahead and pull the whole windshield out and then do the repairs up there. And with this being a Ford with the windshield that's glued in, chances are I'll have to get a new windshield put in. But fortunately, that'll be a project that I'll cross whenever I get closer to paint. That's, I guess, one of the benefits of that is, I won't have to worry about masking off around this or possibly having a point for paint to peel, kind of like what's going on here. We'll be able to paint on down into that lip, and so that way it would seal up properly. So, yeah, but yeah, back to the seats. I'll pop up here to the Red Explorer here in a few minutes, and we'll have a look at the electric seats that I've pulled out of here, just to see the differences there and how they fit on the bottom, mate to the rest of the vehicle. All right, so this is the back at the 91 Explorer, the red one. These are my power seats that I pulled out of the 92. And just to show you what I mean, here's the seat track, and you can see that they moved to a much sharper angle in 92, and then here's they've extended it back a little bit more, so it's a little bit longer. So I'm just storing these in here for the time being. The 91 is probably never going to run again, so I don't have to worry about bolting them down or anything. But yeah, that's kind of the difference between the 91 to the 92. Gotta love those little surprises. So, as with any kind of project car, you wind up learning a whole lot about it, as you proceed. So it'll be interesting to see what other surprises tend to surface. All right, so we've been working on trying to get some of the interior stripped down. I've got all the seats out of the vehicle. I've made some comments on, earlier about how the seat tracks fit in there. So I've also been working on a little bit of the glass, trying to get the tent stripped off of those, and it's kind of slow going, but in the meantime I've also built out, you can see the antennas on the mirrors. And speaking of the mirrors, had a little bit of a mishap with one of them, managed to crack the glass in it, so I've got to run back to the junkyard and see what I can source for more replacement mirrors, which kind of works out well because my two mirrors, side mirrors, they were different colors. They were kind of faded, so I was just gonna get them painted up and call it good, but now's the time where I can get two nice ones and go from there. I've looked at some of the OEM new options, non-OEM, whatever, and they're all made out of plastic, which is all fine and great, but where I'm bolting the antennas into, that's going to be a lot of force on there, especially if you close the doors, and so I don't want those snapping off. The original ones were all metal on that little plate, and that would be my preferred method, is, you know, go back with metal, so that way then there's a little bit more to bolt to, and I don't have to worry about the antenna snapping off whenever somebody shuts the door. So also on tap for today, I've been swapping doors, yay! So I pulled the red door off the 91 and got that in place. Fortunately, everything lines up nicely. It opens and closes nicely. You know, the trim, bottom trim all lines up well. Pinstripe does not, but that's coming off. So that's the nice thing about getting it repainted. I don't have to worry about that. So back door is up next, and I've still got to pull off the interior panels here and get all the wiring out. But you know, as far as swapping doors, it's just 2 bolts here, 2 bolts there, pull the wiring out from there, and there you go. You know, just bolt the new one in and try to get things lined up as best you can, and fortunately everything fit well. So I'm gonna try to get those swaps done today, junkyard tomorrow, and then we'll see what else needs to happen, you know, as I'm inching forward.